What's the biggest promise your parents broke? When I was 13, my mom swore on my dead sister's grave she'd never touch drugs again. 2 hours later, I found her shooting up in our garage. But that's not even the worst part. See, my mom wasn't just an addict. She was dealing to pay for her habit, and she was using me as her cover. Every Tuesday, she'd pick me up from school and we'd drive to this nice neighborhood. She'd tell me to knock on doors asking if people wanted to buy cookies for my school fundraiser. While they were distracted talking to me, she'd slip baggies into their mailboxes. I thought I was actually selling cookies for months. The day I figured it out, this lady at the door got really angry. She started yelling about how she already bought drugs from my mom last week and didn't need more. I was standing there holding my fake cookie order form, totally confused. When I got back to the car, I confronted mom. She broke down crying and promised she'd stop dealing. She said she only did it because we needed money for my sister's medical bills. Here's what she didn't tell me. My sister had been dead for 3 years. I found out when I asked mom if I could visit Emma in the hospital. Mom went completely white and started shaking. That's when she finally admitted Emma died when I was 10, but she'd been lying about it because she couldn't handle telling me. She'd been using my dead sister as an excuse to deal drugs. But wait, it gets worse. The medical bills mom was talking about, those were actually her drug debts. She owed her dealer $5,000, and he was threatening to hurt us if she didn't pay. So she came up with a plan. She was going to fake her own death, collect the life insurance money, and disappear. She'd already bought the pills to overdose with. The only problem? She needed someone to find her body and call 911 at exactly the right time, so it would look real, but she'd survive. She wanted me to do it. Mom sat me down on my 14th birthday and explained the whole plan. She'd take the pills at 3 p.m., I'd find her at 3:15, call 911, and she'd be rushed to the hospital. The insurance would pay out $50,000 for the attempt. She'd recover, and we'd move to Florida with the money. She made me promise I'd stick to the timeline exactly. If you love me, you'll save mommy, she kept saying. I was just a kid. I didn't know what else to do. The day came and I watched the clock. 3 o'clock, 3:05, 3:10. At 3:15, I walked into her bedroom like we planned, but I didn't call 911. I sat next to her bed and watched her breathing get slower and slower. Part of me wanted to save her, but a bigger part of me was just tired. Tired of the lies. Tired of being her accomplice. Tired of grieving a sister who'd been dead for years. I called 911 at 3:45. The paramedics said if I'd called 15 minutes earlier, she might have made it. At the funeral, people kept telling me how sorry they were, how tragic it was that such a young mother took her own life, how I'd have to be strong now. If only they knew she was planning to fake the whole thing. Last week, I got a letter from the insurance company. Turns out mom had been lying about that too. There was no life insurance policy. She'd been planning to rob houses while people were at her fake funeral. I was supposed to be her alibi. Even her suicide was a scam. I kept one thing from her room, a photo of me and Emma from before Emma got sick. It's the only picture I have where mom isn't lying about something. Now, I work at a crisis hotline, talking to kids whose parents put them in impossible situations. When they ask me what to do, I tell them the truth. Sometimes, the right choice is the one that saves you, not them.